Hello and welcome to Digital Marketing for Authors. My name's Andy Slinger and today we're going to be talking about Amazon Ads Part 2. We're going to dive straight in and have a look at the ad that we set up last time. Let's see how it's doing and if there's anything we can do to make it perform better. This is the main dashboard that you'll see when you come onto Amazon Ads. You'll see at the top, these are all the ads that I'm running at the moment. So you'll see that since the 1st of the 12th to the 5th of the 12th, I spent a total of £2.29. I've made £6.49 in sales. I've had one order, 11 clicks, with a click-through rate of 0.8%. Okay, that's for all the ads that I'm running at the moment. However, let's have a look at the single ad that we set up last time. Okay, so this is Super Twins, automatic category ad. So let's have a look at this. So I've spent 77 pence, £6.49, which is actually one sale. I've had 8,000 impressions, so 8,085 people have seen my advert. 4 people have clicked on it, and from those 4 clicks, one person's ordered it. So this, to me, is absolutely spot on. That is exactly what you want, the kind of spend. So, despite the fact I put £5 a day spend on, it's only spent, in 5 days it's spent 77 pence and generated £6.49. Now, on Amazon it costs me £1.80 per book to buy, so I've got a profit margin of £6.49 minus that £1.85. And I've spent 77 pence, so I'm actually in a profit on that ad, which is fantastic. And that's what it's all about, getting in a profit. Okay. Here we can break down the daily spend. So on the very first day I spent 21 pence and had £6.49 in sales. That very first day. It was downhill after that. However, if it keeps up at this rate, it's going to be a really successful ad. What we're aiming to get is for every 10 clicks on your book page, one order. Okay, if it's any more than that, if it's 15 clicks per order, then there's something wrong with your book description, because it's not enticing people to buy your book. They've clicked on the advert, so they like your book cover, they go into your description page, they read about the book. Is this the kind of thing that I want? Yes, no, yes it is, I'll make the purchase, no it's not, let's leave it there. Okay, if you're not getting clicks, if you're getting loads of impressions and 0 clicks, then I would say it's generally a problem with your book cover. But anyway, we're going to go down here, so we've got the total targets is 99, so I can click on this and this will show me where my adverts going and where the clicks have come from, which is really handy information. Okay, so this is my targeting. So if I'll just extend this a little bit, then we can see what's what. Okay, so these are all the keywords that are serving on my ad. So every time someone types in this, my book's showing up. And we'll see here where the impressions are coming from and where the clicks are coming from. Okay, so it's suggesting the bids there, 38 pence, 34 pence, 36 pence, etc. And these are the actual bids that I'm doing. So it reckons for this search term, annual 2022, that I should be bidding 38 pence to get a click. However, I've had 929 impressions using 30p, had 2 clicks on it, and if I scroll along, that's where my orders come from. So if I can get an order on that, it's possible, if this keyword keeps doing well, this annual 2022, it's giving me lots of impressions, lots of clicks. If I up the little budget to 35 pence, I might have a little bit more success from it. Okay, but we'll see next time how well the ad's going and what we can do to it. So we can filter all these columns. So if I want to see where all the impressions have come from, there's 8,000 altogether. Clicking it a couple of times, it'll show the top number of impressions. So I've got Julia Donaldson book and a few other bits and bobs here. A lot of these are serving impressions, which is great. However, what we want is clicks. So if I can click on that one, we've got Marvel book and DC Comics. Because mine are sort of superheroes, so that's great that they're showing on there and people have clicked on them. But the only one so far orders is that. So that's great. It's looking really positive. All I can do is keep running this ad and we'll see what happens. Okay. So that's just from one ad. What I recommend that you do every single week is do 5 of these, all with different keywords. Because what will start happening is you'll build up a treasure trove of keywords. Okay, so every single keyword that you input, you'll find out if it works or if it doesn't work. And from this information, we will then create another load of ads. Okay, so what we're doing is we're spreading the wealth. We're keeping the clicks as cheap as possible. Okay, so for annual 2022, my cost per click is 23 pence. So every click that I get on my book is worth 23 pence. Okay, and that's what I want. I want that really, really cheap, because these are the kind of keywords that I want. And if I use 1,000 keywords and get a few of these, I can then start creating ads with keywords that get clicks, and these become my generation 2 ads. Okay, more of that next time. At the moment, what we're going to do is set up another ad. Okay, so if we go back onto Campaign Manager, and we'll see the overall sales and everything like that we've got. So what we'll do is we'll create a new campaign. Again, we're going to go into sponsored products ad. And we'll put in a lovely little title again, if I can actually type. Super Twins picture book, sponsored product ad, automatic number 2. If I keep them all at a similar sort of name, then we'll be able to search them later on. Okay, so automatically it's taken me to June 2022. No thank you. I'll go all the way back here. It's the 5th of December. I'm going to go all the way to the 19th. Again, £5 or $5 if you're in the US. Keep it on manual targeting, dynamic bids down, if you remember this from last time. I'll pick my picture book. And then we're going to go onto, instead of keyword targeting, this time we're going to try product targeting. Okay, now if we do product targeting, it doesn't just bring up products. What we have here is categories and individual products. So if I click on individual products, it will show me similar books to mine. These may be ones that I've targeted in the past, or it may be books that people have bought who've also bought my books. Okay, so what we can do is add all of those. A lot of them have already got suggested bids, so I'm going to be tight and do 30. And this will give me a list of 192 separate books. Okay, all similar to mine. Again, I always suggest that you go through these and have a look. You don't want to be targeting books that are nothing like yours. Now most of these are like kids books, very similar to mine, okay, which is fantastic. So we would launch that campaign, and that will be our second ad. So I'm going to do that quickly. Again, it takes a little bit of time for that to go through on the old Amazon. So if we go back, and we're going to do the same thing again, but we're going to do for categories. Okay, so we'll create a campaign, sponsored product ad. You're going to get bored of me typing this in, I think. Super Twins, picture book, sponsored product ad, and then finally automatic 3. Okay, end date 2 weeks from now. Again, it's gone to June. They want your money. They want to keep your ads running for as long as possible. Daily budget £5. Manual targeting. Dynamics bids down. Oh, it's in review. I get about a million emails at once now. I'll choose the same book. Product targeting, so that's already set on there. And then we can look at categories. Now these tend to be the categories that your book is already put into. Okay. So we've got contemporary fiction, literary fiction, historical fiction, humour fiction, general humour, adventure stories, education studies, literature and fiction for children. Okay, that's great. However, what I'm going to do before we go there, we'll change it to suggested bid, custom bid. Have a guess how much I'm going to put in here? Yep, you got it. What I would say is keep it to 30. If you've got a series of like 2 or more books, you can afford to put a little bit more in, perhaps 35, because the idea is to promote your very first book, and then the second and third book will hopefully sell as well once they've got through the first book and found out how amazing you are. So I'm going to add all those. Then I'm going to take out ones that aren't related to me, because my book isn't historical fiction. It isn't education and studies at all. It's a kid's book. It's nothing to do with animals either, so that can go. Go away. And fiction classics. Well, I don't think it's a classic, but I don't think it's quite called that yet. Okay, so what we're going to do here, so those are suggested ones. We can also go and search categories. Wow, it's got a bit mental there, isn't it? That's going to annoy me. Right, so I've clearly done this before. Superhero. Wow, that's gone crazy. Launch that, and then let's see what happens. Congratulations! I've chosen 10 categories and products. Daily budget of £5. Let's see what happens. Okay, so quite simply, that is 3 adverts that you've got set up now, all running, ready to see what happens. So that's it for now. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever you can do on here to make sure that this video hits even more fantastic people just like you. Next time we're going to have a look at the ads that we've set up, see how they're going, and set up some new ones, because the more ads we set up, the more chance of success we have in the long term. Speak to you soon. Bye.